Hi YouTube, it's me Nisha, aka Sistah, and it is Tuesday evening, the Tuesday after Memorial Day. I had a pretty good Memorial Day. We got up, went to the park, hung out there, it was hot, left the park. It was one of the hottest days of the year so far here, and wow, it was super duper hot. So we only stayed like a little while and then we left, but it was a lot of fun. Veronica got to get on the swing, she got to walk around, exhaust herself, yay. So that was pretty cool. Today was her first day at daycare, and boy oh boy, she lasted maybe 2 hours. I had to go and get her because I called and checked in. I dropped her off at like 8:30 and I called at like 10:30 just to check in, and I spoke with one of her teachers, and oh boy, she walked and cried off and on the entire time. And so I was like, do I need to come and get her? And the lady was like, it's totally up to you, but she's just not adjusting well. She's walking and crying, she's in the hallway and everything. And I knew it was going to take some adjustment. But boy, I didn't know it was going to be that bad. But the thing also is that for some reason she woke up at 6:30 this morning and couldn't go back to sleep. So she woke up at 6:30. By like, I'd say 9, she was exhausted. And see, in this particular room, the toddler room, they don't take nap until close to noon after lunch. So that was a problem because she was exhausted and she couldn't go to sleep. Bad combo. On top of that, I think I've already mentioned before in other videos that my daughter has feeding problems. She has issues with texture, which means that she has the feeding regimen of a 9-month-old or younger, because my daughter will not touch anything to do with her sustenance. Nothing. She won't touch her bottle. Honestly, people, my baby is almost 17 months old and will not hold her own bottle. She won't try to feed herself. I can feed her, but literally, if something gets on her hand, she's like this the whole time, like holding it out, like won't touch herself because it's on there. If she gets any type of food on her hand, she's just like, it really is that serious. I've had her assessed and she's supposed to be getting help from an occupational therapist, but I have not heard from the place where she's getting it from, so I'm waiting on scheduling for that so she can start immediately and get some help, because I really don't know how to help her. I've gotten her to the point where I can get her to eat stage 3 foods, and for those of you who aren't you know, familiar with kids foods, it's the thicker, like the consistency of grits or potatoes or mashed potatoes. But here's the thing, she won't eat mashed potatoes and she will sort of eat grits, but not really. She just has no taste for adult food yet. I tried to grind up the things, and sometimes she'll eat ground up food, you know, if I get it to the right consistency and maybe even the right flavor. But other than that, she mostly wants her baby food. Yeah, it's hard. So I sometimes feed her the organic raviolis. Not raviolis, the SpaghettiOs. Like, she'll eat those, and I get the organic because I just want as little sugar as possible. But that's pretty much what I feed her. I try to sneak veggies in. Like, if I make the little SpaghettiOs, I'll put in some baby pureed squash and stir it up and heat it up, and she'll eat that like easily. And I keep her in fruit, and I stick cereal in her fruit purees just to keep her with as much nutritional value as possible. She won't even drink juices, people. She won't even drink fruit juices. I've tried all of them, and the only thing she kind of drank was orange juices. She only took a few sips of that and was done. But mostly she just drinks her milk and water, and I don't even give her whole milk yet because I feel like she needs all the nutrition she can get from the formula. So I give her formula 2, the toddler formula, and sometimes if it's on sale I give her regular formula. It just depends on which one's on sale, but for the most part she drinks the toddler too. But my point in saying all this in TMI with her food, I'm so sorry, but tangent, my baby has feeding problems, and that is a problem in the toddler room because these kids, they sit at a table and they go at it like big kids, you know, and she has never done that before, because like I said, I've had such issues just getting her to eat in general that she's nowhere near that. So they're going to try her in the infant room, which means they're going to put her back to the infant room and see how she does in there. But I'm like, I don't know how she's going to do because she's of the size of a toddler and she has the developmental, you know, she's right there developmentally in every way except feeding and everything associated with feeding. She's right there in the toddler room, and she's capable of learning all things. Like, seriously, these kids are washing their hands already. I didn't know toddlers that age could do that, but I guess it makes sense because she's almost 17 months old. I mean, I'm learning things myself as a new mom that I didn't know that, you know, I could teach her to do. I've taught her little things like discipline. If I tell her no, she'll stop and move away from it, something. Like, she listens to me. I just didn't know that I was missing some of the things that she could do that I could be training her on. Now I know. Now I'm going to do it. And see, I think that's the point of daycare. It's going to help, you know. In our culture, daycare is a regular occurrence for kids, and it's like a rite of passage. And up to this point, I couldn't afford it. So now she's in daycare 2 days a week. She might go up to 3. I don't know yet, but 2 days a week. And already I've scheduled things for those 2 days next week. Next Tuesday I have a career fair. Next Thursday I'm going to our library for a mock interview because I want to know what I'm doing wrong. Like, if I'm doing something wrong unintentionally, I need them to tell me so that I can fix it in my interviews, because there's got to be a reason why I'm not getting work, why I'm not getting a job. Like, I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong places or what, but I literally do. Ever since I told you all that, I have put in or done some sort of contact with a job contact 20 times per week. I kid you not. 5 per day. I'm not playing. And it's not panning out for me just yet, so we'll see how that works. So next week, it's not like I'm sitting on my butt when she goes to daycare. I'm just hoping she'll, like, you know, be able to, my dad will be my backup, so if she's acting up in daycare or can't handle it or needs a little bit more time, he can go and get her while I'm at the career fair and doing the mock interviews, because that's important. I'm just thankful that I'm able to put her in at this point, because if I had started work and then had this stuff happen, I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to go get my daughter because she's, like, in misery. And like I said, I know it's a rite of passage. I know a lot of kids, you know, have issues starting out in daycare. Yeah, she's never been in daycare. I've never put her in daycare, and I was a nervous wreck. When I put her in daycare, I left and I cried. So, but yeah, I'm just talking about that because that's the biggest issue I had today, and it caused me a lot of anxiety, and I had to fight myself not to eat. Because of the anxiety. It's just the change. And right now, because so much is going on, you know how it is, anxiety will make change seem so huge, so out of proportion, and so crazy. So those of you who don't have kids or don't understand what I'm saying, I'm so sorry I'm talking about this, but it's a vlog. fast forward. Anywho, but tomorrow I have my weigh-in. It's not going to go well. This is not me being pessimistic. This is not me being, dramatic. No, I'm not going to do well tomorrow because I know what I have done these past couple of days. And even though I've been within the points and, like, you know, taking advantage of my extra points for the week, it's not going to be good. This is not going to be good. But yet again, I'm going to reset my brain. Just reset it. Start over and try my best to, like, get back on track, because I need to renew myself again. So what I may do is tomorrow when I go weigh in, I'm going to stay for the meeting. I haven't stayed for a meeting at any of my weigh-ins in weeks, so I'm going to stay for the meeting. I've never been to the meeting at this particular location before, but I'm going to just stay, just go weigh in and then sit there and just sit for the meeting, because I need I need to be renewed. Fallen. And one way I think I may be able to renew myself is to do some food vlogs. So those I'll label those a separate thing, so that those of you who aren't interested in my food vlogs, you won't have to worry about seeing them, but I will label them accordingly, like I've been doing my videos. And eventually I'm going to stop putting my updates in with my weigh-ins and my Weight Watchers videos, because there's some people who are interested in my updates but not interested in the weigh-ins, and I do want to kind of separate it for people so I don't have to slog through talking about my daughter when all you want to know is about my weigh-in, or vice versa. But yeah, those are the big things that are going on with me right now, is the daycare situation. Yeah, there's other things petering out to the side, but today was the big thing with the daycare situation, because I thought, oh yeah, I can go and pick her up at 2. I dropped her off at 8:30. I'll pick her up at 2 after they get up from their nap, because I have a little schedule for them, so I pretty much know virtually what they're going to be doing at any given point of the day. And so I was like, well, I'll come back and get her at like 2:30, you know, after they wake up from nap, blah, blah. When I called and checked on my baby, she was not okay, so the first thing I did was get in my car and head on back over there, because I wasn't too far away. Yeah, people, I did not veer too far away from my child. Yeah, so, yeah, I know, a lot of babies go through daycare. I'm not dumb. I know she's not the first and she won't be the last baby to go to daycare, but for me it's huge because she's all I have. she's all I have, so I'm very protective, and I'm trying to not let go, but trying to keep up with what she needs socially, and that's what she needs socially, is to be around other kids and to be around an environment where it's kind of structured and I can get some guidance as well, because like I said, I don't want to delay her because I don't know what to do. So and today, like, seeing those little kids like her age being able to get up on a step and wash their own little hands after getting their diaper change was like, oh, she could do that, and she can. My daughter's perfectly capable of that, but it didn't occur to me that she was until I saw it. I'm like, oh, yes, oh, she's showing signs of being able to do that, but I didn't know. Anywho, y'all have a wonderful week, and I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day, and I will check back in later on this week to let you all know how bad the weigh-in went, because I'm going to have to own it. I would skip tomorrow and just do it Sunday and just reset my own self. Well, no, I gotta face it. I gotta face what I did. I gotta face everything and just can't duck my head on this. So I'm gonna face it tomorrow, weigh in, see what the damage is, and assess it and move on. I hope. I may shed a few tears. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'll shed a few tears, but I'll get over it. It is what it is. So everyone have a wonderful week and a happy hump day. Bye.
I just love to hear talking.
Veronica. Hey, Cookie Monster. Look at her walking in grass. Yay. Hey, Cookie. Come here.
She got it.
She got it now, boys.
Uh-oh, here that circle again.
She.
Whoa.
It's an incline, decline for her.
Okay.
She like, forget it.
That's exactly right. Now, where you taking the stroke?